Welcome back to Arcade Sunday. Today we're going to be doing a small project and some deferred maintenance on my retro rocket cabinet. It's Arcade Sunday.
I just thought I would do some video documentary of what I'm trying to achieve right now. I've got some spares. I've got this nice Vero board and some little terminals with screw down connectors and some of this female header here. What I plan to do is make a little board so that I can basically install my Arduino Micro straight onto this board, and then I'll be able to remove it and put it back in just for ease of maintenance. And it's a nice little wiring project. Love these kind of things. These are little terminals I got with little screws in the top. So basically be able to put a wire in each of these, and each one of those will create an electrically connected line between one of these and one of the pins on the Arduino Micro. Again, this is a bit of a maintenance project on one of my machines that was just thrown together at one point, and now hopefully I can do it properly once and for all. Okay, so that's the first half done. Soldered in quite nicely. I've just done a test across these points and they bridge perfectly. So basically the next part of the process will be to install the same again. This other one here somewhere, and then some more of those screw terminals. Alright, so here's the completed perf board. I've just obviously cut it out to size using a hacksaw, soldered all the lines through, and now I'm going to drill out the connecting lines so I don't have a major wiring issue on my hands. Okay, so the drill was a bit too rough for this operation, so what I did, I just used a hacksaw and just kind of went up against the edge with a hacksaw, and I've just cancelled out that line between the two rows. I'm going to just test that there's no continuity between these two sides, and then I think it's time for a test. Okay, so I've got my multimeter set to continuity, and I've got this board just randomly wired up to two wires just for random testing. One brown, one is yellow, and then inside this test control panel here I've wired in the common ground there with an alligator clip, and I'm going to just see if I get something out of the yellow wire. So I've just hooked up a little thin screwdriver for testing with a clip, and there we go. All good. Electrically this converter will work. I am now going to install Arduino Micro onto here, work out what pins are usable and not usable. Obviously I've missed 2 pins here and 1 pin here. Not a problem, it's just because I couldn't really fit them, and also there's unused pins here. This NC not connected and not connected, I don't really use those anyway, so this will work out perfectly. Okay, so this is the next day. I've assembled the Arduino Micro onto this little board I made. I'm just doing some testing. I've got a crocodile clip on a screwdriver, and I've got that yellow cable is going to ground within the terminal there. This is basically just a test of functionality, and so far I've just got a notepad document up here. So far everything is working. I'm just labeling what pins do what for my own reference. So all I need to do really now is hook up the control panel in my arcade machine. Okay, the time has come to remove this control panel. A feat I don't really enjoy, but has to be done, and it's all in the name of long-term maintenance and better gaming. Okay, so there you have it. Control panel is extracted from here. If you're wondering what this controller board is, it actually looks very similar to what I've just built. This is called KADE, is the name written there. This was like a Kickstarter project from a UK based group who made these, and I ordered 2 of them. They work very well, but I thought I'd just give my own design a chance, and also in order to clean up this wiring in here and finally separate the player 2 from player 1 side. I can actually still reuse this, but I'm going to add my new controller in just for the player 1 section, and this will be dedicated to the player 2 section. So I've just gone ahead and taken up, down, left, right, 1, 2, 3, 4 off of the original controller and connected it to the new one in the right spots there. So basically I've got to carry on just tracing the last few wires. It was quite easy, but I haven't had 5 and 6 connected for some time. Same as the player 2 side, there's actually a lot of missing buttons here. There's only really 1 and 2 and 3 connected on player 2. So once this is done, I'm going to have a fully functional 6 player per side control panel again. So I've separated the player 1 side and the player 2 side. There's no longer any shared common ground wires here. 2 separate circuits. Just for interest's sake, this is what the KADE device looks like. Very well built, quite well labeled, and this unit is able to be removed. So very similar to my Arduino Micro setup, where I could replace this micro or take it out for testing or further programming. While I'm busy with this major rework of this cabinet, I thought I'd change things up a bit and put a red button for player 1 in the first position and a red button for player 2 first position. So you're going to have like 1 red button. It's basically the main fire button. I thought that'd be just a cool little thing to do. Okay, so these just basically pop off here with a bit of force, and then you unscrew this plastic lug and just pop it out, and put the other one in. Then reinstall this. Done. See what I mean? This gives a bit of an extra flair to the cabinet. 1 red button amongst the yellow ones. Okay, so there's a couple of wires that need to be re-crimped on one end. I've got these little female wire terminals, and there's a cable. Just basically place this into this crimping tool, squeeze it down, and there you have a decent connection now. So both sides are now separately connected. This one via the Arduino Micro. This is P1. I know it looks like a mess. Don't worry, I'm going to be coming back and neatening up the cables with some small cable ties. But all the joins have been soldered properly. All the ends have been re-crimped where necessary, etc. It should be quite a solid, good connection. I've tested all the connections. Same here with side 2. This is now the KADE unit is now dedicated just to the player 2 6 control buttons and player 2 start. Alright, so I've installed the control panel back just temporarily just to test and see what's going on. Straight away I can go up and down the menu and I can select stuff. I've got a keyboard attached here just so that I can make sure of the fine controls and make sure everything is working, then reconfigure all the controls and then do some very difficult play testing. I guess that Street Fighter Third Strike would be a good test platform. So let's just get this going and just test out all the buttons and see if everything works as planned. Okay, so I'm going to start off with pressing my tab or menu button on the side of the cabinet. Straight away it comes up. I'm able to move the menu system around, so that's great. The next thing I would like to try obviously is put some coins in and see if my coin make still works as it should. Okay, so I'm going to throw the coins in. 1, 2 coins, perfect. Try the player 1 button to see if player 1 works. Able to player 2 button works. Both control sides are working. Let's choose 2 random characters. Okay, so left, right, up, down work on both sides. Button 1 on both sides. 2, 3, button 4, 5, 6. All working perfectly. Probably time to just sit and play some games for a bit. So I just had a 2-player game with my son of Third Strike, and both controls work very well. Quite impressed with my work. In any event, thanks for watching. See him again. Arcade Sunday out.